fun. Anna was an obstetrician. At 28, she had opened a private ultrasound clinic to serve the community. Her clinic was always crowded, and her work was going smoothly. Anna took pride in being a beautiful and charming woman, and she was on the brink of success. Her husband, Henry, was a fairly famous actor and model. Everyone said Anna was lucky, not only successful in her career, but also married to a handsome and well-known man. From the outside, it all looked like a perfect life, but deep inside, Anna carried a quiet sorrow, one that was hard to explain. The truth was, she didn't feel fulfilled or happy in her marriage. Henry was constantly busy and away from home. He was off filming, sometimes gone for months at a time. And when he finally returned, he'd only stay a few days before heading off again for another project. Despite being a young married couple, Anna and Henry barely had any time together. It made her deeply sad, but she didn't know what to do. His work was like that, always pulling him away. Henry was always working, leaving Anna alone at home with his mother. The loneliness, combined with the stress of living with her mother-in-law, was slowly choking their marriage. Abigail, Henry's mother, was 55 years old and extremely old-fashioned. Even in the age of smartphones and social media, she still held on to outdated customs from generations past. She insisted Anna dress conservatively, even at home. It didn't matter that it was just the two of them in the house. Anna wasn't allowed to wear shorts. Her mother-in-law's rule was that pants must extend past the knees. During the day, Anna could distract herself with work, but at night, the loneliness returned in full force. She longed to be in her husband's arms, but he was never there. One afternoon, while she was working, Henry called and told her he was coming home that night and that he'd be staying for a while because his next shoot was close to home. Anna was overjoyed. She left work early and went to the market to buy all his favorite foods. When she returned, her mother-in-law asked, "Why did you buy so much food?" "It's just the two of us. How are we going to eat all this?" "Mom, my husband's coming home tonight. He didn't call me. That boy only cares about his wife now. He doesn't talk to his mother anymore. Disappointing." "Maybe he was just busy, Mom." Abigail sighed and walked upstairs. She often felt jealous of her daughter-in-law, but Anna always tried to let it go. She knew Abigail lived alone, that her husband had died years ago, and that Henry was her only child. Now that he was married, she had to share his love, and that sometimes made her sad and lonely. Understanding this, Anna never acted affectionate with Henry in front of his mother. She was always respectful and caring, but Abigail never seemed to appreciate it. When Henry was away, Abigail constantly scrutinized Anna, even tattling on her to Henry over the tiniest issues. Henry, caught between his mother and his wife, didn't know how to respond. To make things worse, Anna hadn't gotten pregnant yet. Abigail used that as another reason to criticize her. But Anna had been seeing her doctor regularly, and everything with her health was normal. The problem was, her husband was never around during her fertile days. What could she do? Anna wanted Henry to get checked too, but when she suggested it, Abigail exploded. "You're the broken one, not my son. If you can't give him a child, I'll find him another wife." She blamed Anna for everything. That night, Henry finally came home. He walked in, kissed Anna on the cheek. "Honey, I'm home. You must be tired." "I am. I've been filming all day. My back is killing me." "Let me give you a massage later." "That sounds amazing. Oh, I should go upstairs and say hi to Mom. She's probably missed me." "You should." They had dinner together and then chatted in the living room. Around 10 p.m., Anna went to bed first. Henry stayed behind to talk to his mother. As soon as Anna left, Abigail began criticizing her to Henry. "Henry, listen to me. Anna's been acting strange lately. She's dressing up too much, wearing makeup every day. You're not even home. Who is she getting all dolled up for?" Henry's expression changed. "Really? She's not the same sweet girl she was when she first married you." Maybe it's nothing, Mom. Maybe you're overthinking it. Keep being naive and she'll cheat on you. Then you'll see. Mom, she runs her own clinic now. Of course she has to look nice. Don't be too hard on her. I'm only saying this because I care about you, but fine. If you don't want to listen, I won't say anything else. Mom, don't be upset. Here, I brought you a gift. Henry handed her a small box. She opened it, and her anger vanished. Meanwhile, Anna lay in bed waiting for Henry. Nearly an hour passed before he came in. She was already in bed, hoping for affection after 3 months apart. But Henry just lay down beside her, hugged her, and fell asleep within 5 minutes. Anna couldn't sleep. She hugged him tightly, pressing her body against his, hoping to wake him. But he slept soundly, snoring louder and louder. That night, they didn't make love, just held each other. Desperate, Anna tried again to touch him. He woke briefly, looked at her, got up to use the bathroom, and then went back to sleep like nothing had happened. After 3 months apart, he was completely indifferent to her. She felt crushed. The next day, they finally made love, but Henry was quick and mechanical. It left Anna tossing and turning all night, unable to sleep. By the 3rd day, her heart was no longer in it. She accidentally saw a message on Henry's phone. He was texting his co-star, Anna Hoa. They were filming a new project together and played lovers on screen. The messages were friendly, not overly romantic, but they were enough to break Anna's heart. She felt jealous, deeply. After 3 days of rest, Henry went back to filming. Anna Hoa was the one who came to pick him up. From the balcony, Anna watched her husband get into another woman's car. It devastated her. Maybe he really had someone else. Maybe that's why he was so cold. She had to find out the truth. One day, after work, Anna drove to the set. It was only half an hour away. From a distance, she saw her husband kissing Anna Hoa passionately in a scene. It was just acting, but it shattered her. She cried quietly. It had been so long since she and Henry had kissed like that. That night, Henry came home late. They were both exhausted and didn't speak. On Sunday morning, after breakfast, he went back to filming again. Abigail sighed. Henry works too hard. What if he gets sick? Anna responded without thinking. He loves working there, Mom. The set gives him motivation. You don't have to worry. Abigail turned sharply. What are you trying to say? Are you taking a dig at my son? Are you jealous of him? No, Mom. We just have different jobs. Don't think I don't see through you. You're jealous because he makes more money and is more famous. Mom, I'm happy with my career. Please don't say that. A tiny little clinic. How much money could you possibly make? My son earns millions per movie. You're not even worthy to carry his shoes. Anna couldn't take it anymore. She snapped, Your son makes money, sure, but who pays for the groceries, the bills, and everything in this house? I do, with the money from my tiny little clinic. Abigail burst into dramatic tears. So now you're counting every penny with your mother-in-law? How dare you? I'm not, Mom. You're taking it too far. You fool no one. I'll call Henry and tell him what you're really like. Go ahead. I don't care. Abigail stormed outside and called Henry, sobbing and wailing, playing the victim. Henry, your wife is counting every bite of food with me. I'm old and forgetful. Please forgive me if I've made mistakes. Maybe I should eat separately. I don't want to be a burden to your marriage. Shortly after, Anna got a call from Henry. She knew what was coming. Hello? Henry yelled into the phone. What the hell, Anna? My mother is all I have left. You need to treat her better. I haven't mistreated her. You're misunderstanding me. I may not be home, but I hear everything. If you can't love my mother, maybe we should go our separate ways. His words hit Anna like ice water. Had she chosen the wrong man? Still calm, she replied. You're misunderstanding me, Henry. I've never treated your mother badly. Please try to see both sides. I'm done talking. Remember this. I can find another wife, but I only have one mother. If that's how you feel, then I give up. Henry hung up coldly. Anna sat in silence, From the day she married him, Henry had always sided with his mother, never even questioning her version of events. Anna was crushed. Was it all a mistake? She messaged Henry. "Do you really want a divorce?" He replied immediately, "Up to you." Anna read the message, feeling hollow. She didn't cry, but she couldn't force a smile either. She felt stuck, numb. She went upstairs, changed into a body-hugging dress, did her makeup, and left the house. She drove to a fancy bar, ordered an expensive bottle of wine, and drank alone. With some alcohol in her system, the sadness only deepened. She looked around. The bar was filled with wealthy, stylish men, young, handsome types. And after a while, as the alcohol kicked in, a charming young man came and sat beside her. "Hi there. Sitting alone? Doesn't it feel lonely?" Anna turned around to look at him. He was tall and handsome. She smiled and replied, "A little bit, yeah? Want to join me?" "Sure." And just like that, Anna and the man started drinking together. She wasn't in the mood to care about his name, where he was from, or even to share her own name. She just needed a drinking companion. After a while, he leaned in and whispered in her ear, "How about a one-night stand?" Anna gave him a once-over and thought, "How long has it been since I last felt that kind of pleasure? It's been ages. Maybe a one-night stand is just what I need to fill this lonely emptiness inside me." She nodded and said, "Sounds good." He leaned in again. "Want to go now?" Even if it was just a one-night thing, Anna wanted it to be clear, no strings attached. So they agreed. After tonight, they'd pretend like they never knew each other. He agreed and drove her to a hotel. But the night turned out to be a disappointment. The man skipped foreplay, didn't even kiss her. There was no emotional connection. And to make it worse, it ended before it even began. Anna felt unsatisfied, unimpressed. He was boring, completely forgettable. By then, Anna had sobered up. Regret hit her like a wave. She felt guilty, ashamed of what she had done to her husband. She promised herself it would never happen again. She paid for the room and hurried home, determined to fulfill her duties as a wife. Turns out, men are all the same, just as dull as each other. Anna made a vow to herself. From now on, she would stay loyal to her husband and never think about being with another man again. She even made an effort to reconcile. She bought fresh fruit and juice and brought them to Henry and his film crew on set. But Anna's luck was never great. Every time she visited the set, she somehow ended up catching Henry filming romantic scenes with his co-stars. This time, it was a steamy bathroom scene. Henry was shirtless in just boxers, and the actress, Hoa, was wearing a revealing bikini. Jealousy surged through Anna's body, making her burn with heat. She had to count to 100 in her head just to calm herself down. When she finally did, she forced a smile and approached her husband. "Honey, are you tired?" Henry replied coldly, almost annoyed. "I'm fine. Why are you even here?" "I came to see you. I brought some snacks for you and the team." What a waste. His callous words wiped the smile right off Anna's face. He embarrassed her in front of the entire crew. Thankfully, the screenwriter spoke up. "What's wrong with you, Henry? Your wife's being sweet and thoughtful, and you talk to her like that." Henry stayed silent. The writer passed around the fruit and smiled warmly at Anna. "On behalf of all of us, thank you so much, sweetheart. You're beautiful inside and out. And don't mind what your husband said. He may act rough, but deep down, he's got a good heart, right?" "Yes, I believe so," Anna replied politely. "If you have time, stick around. When we're done shooting, come eat with us." "Oh no, I don't want to intrude." "Intrude? You're his wife. What's there to be shy about?" "All right then." "Great. Take a seat and we'll chat more later." "Sure. Please go back to work." Everyone on the crew was warm and welcoming toward Anna, except Henry and Hoa. Hoa was clearly uneasy with Anna's presence, and her scenes had to be reshot multiple times because she kept messing up. Henry kept sulking and scrolling through his phone, completely ignoring his wife. He didn't even sit near her. But Anna refused to leave. She stayed there, making it clear that Henry was married and that the other woman wasn't going to win so easily. Still, Hoa was bold. When it was time for the team to head out to dinner, she casually looped her arm through Henry's. Without hesitation, Anna pushed her away and took Henry's arm herself. "Honey, our car's over there." Hoa immediately snapped back. "But Henry, weren't you going to drive me? Did you forget?" Henry turned and replied, "Oh, right, I forgot." Then he looked at Anna. "Can you drive yourself home? I need to take Hoa." "I'm your wife. You should be taking me. Someone else can take Hoa." "Just drive yourself. I'm going with her." Hoa handed Henry her car keys. "Here you go." Henry gladly took them and walked off to get the car, leaving Anna standing there alone. Hoa smirked and said, "He doesn't even want to ride with you. Maybe you should just go home. Don't follow us. You'll only end up more disappointed." Anna was boiling inside, but she couldn't make a scene in front of everyone. She calmly said, "Don't be so shameless. Henry is a married man. Back off." "What's the matter? Afraid of losing your husband? If you're so insecure, maybe you should just get a divorce. It's not like Henry loves you anymore. Why are you still trying to hold on?" "Let me tell you a secret," Hoa whispered with a smug grin. "Henry and I are in love." Anna clenched her fists. "You're proud of destroying someone's family? You think that's something to boast about?" "Absolutely. I'm proud of it. I'm warning you, stay away from my husband or you'll regret it." "You think I'm scared of you? Who do you think you are? I'll ruin you. That's the price for stealing someone else's man. Remember what I said." Hoa raised her chin and smirked. "Are you threatening me? I'm not scared of you. You're just a loser, you'll see. I've never seen anyone as shameless as you. How could someone as famous as you stoop so low? Then go ahead, get a divorce." "Never. Let's see how long you can stay the other woman." "Don't worry, I'll make sure you're the one who leaves." "You're pretty confident. What exactly are you going to do?" Hoa leaned in close and whispered, "Henry says sleeping with you is like lying with a dead fish. Boring, bland, and not satisfying at all." Anna clenched her fists tighter, ready to punch her. But at that moment, the crew walked out, forcing her to swallow her rage. Hoa gave Anna a triumphant look and strutted over to Henry. He drove away with her in front of Anna's eyes, without saying a word to his wife. Furious and humiliated, Anna jumped into her car and followed them. The rest of the film crew had already gone ahead, leaving just her car and the one carrying Henry and Hoa. At a red light, Hoa turned and shot Anna a mocking smile, clearly enjoying provoking her. But she had just messed with the wrong woman. Anna was about to give her a few special gifts. Anna slowed down behind Hoa and Henry's car, then stepped on the gas and rammed into their rear bumper. Bang! The front of Anna's car crumpled, and their car's rear end was dented. At this point, even if the car broke down completely, Anna didn't care. She was ready to take things all the way. She had to show them she was willing to die with them. Bang! She rammed into them again. Henry and Hoa were terrified. They stopped the car and stuck their heads out the window to look at Anna. Henry shouted, "Are you crazy, Anna? Why the hell are you crashing into my car? Are you trying to get yourself killed?" Anna rolled down her window, leaned out, and replied, "Honey, don't worry. If I die, I'll make sure you die with me. We're husband and wife, live together, die together, right? You're insane! Get a grip." Anna smirked and stepped on the gas again, crashing into their car a third time. Bang! Their license plate fell off. Henry and Hoa, scared out of their minds, jumped out and ran. As Hoa stumbled out, too flustered to close the door, Anna accelerated and crashed straight into her car door, smashing it to pieces. Henry and his mistress fled the scene, leaving Anna alone with two mangled cars. Some bystanders called the police, and not long after, Anna was handcuffed and taken away for disturbing the peace and destroying property. But she wasn't afraid. In fact, she felt a twisted sense of satisfaction, because both her husband and Hoa were famous actors. If this scandal got out, they'd be the ones who suffered the most. As for Anna, She had nothing to lose. She remained calm, as if nothing had happened. After smashing up Hoa's car, Anna thought she'd surely have to pay a huge sum in damages. But as she sat there waiting, the police didn't seem in a hurry to find her. They left her alone for a long time. No one even came to question her. Anna found it strange. Why weren't they taking her statement? Why bring her in just to let her sit around like this? It made no sense. When a police officer finally entered the room, Anna said, "Please get this over with. I need to go home." The officer replied gently, "Yes, please wait a moment. How much do I have to pay in fines?" "Oh, there's no fine. You just need to sign a commitment not to repeat the offense and then you're free to go." "What? Really?" "Yes, just read and sign this form." Anna was shocked. She had deliberately rammed into Hoa's car, causing serious damage. She was sure she'd have to pay. But now the police said otherwise? She couldn't believe her ears. She asked again, "Did you just say I don't have to pay anything? Or did I mishear?" "You heard correctly. You don't have to pay a thing. Just sign and you can go." This is so confusing. After everything I did, I'm not responsible for any compensation? Are you sure there's no mistake? "No mistake. You're free to go." Suddenly, Anna remembered something and asked, "Did my husband pull some strings and pay someone off to handle this?" "I have no idea about that. I'm just following orders. You're free to leave now." "You don't want to say it, but I know. It's obvious that my husband and that woman took care of this. They're celebrities. If this gets out, they're the ones whose reputations would be ruined. Am I right?" "We don't know anything. You'll have to figure it out yourself. Talking to me is pointless." Anna left the station calmly. Her husband hadn't returned home yet. As soon as Abigail saw Anna come back, she stormed out and started yelling. "You caused trouble again, didn't you? Are you completely out of your mind? You're trying to ruin your husband? Of course you're taking your son's side. Have you ever thought about me? Is your son human? And your daughter-in-law just some beast to be used and discarded?" Abigail gritted her teeth and pointed at Anna. "You're worse than a beast. You're a disgraceful, reckless woman. If anything happens to my son today, I'll kill you." Anna sighed. "You already know I rammed into my husband's car and his mistress's. You know why I snapped, and yet you still scold me? You say I'm the one who doesn't think? No, Mom, I think you're the one who doesn't think." "Shut up. Henry and Hoa are just co-stars. There's nothing going on between them. Why are you acting like a lunatic?" "They're in love, Mom. Hoa told me herself. My husband hasn't touched me in over 3 months. That proves he's got another woman." "Nonsense. You're being childish. Grow up." No matter what Anna said, Abigail kept defending her son. Fed up, Anna shouted, "What kind of man neglects his wife for months after the wedding? I'm not made of stone. I have feelings." And Hoa admitted it with her own mouth. "Why do you keep blindly siding with them?" "I said no, and that's final. Stop arguing. Go clean the house and make dinner." Anna said nothing more. She went upstairs and locked the door. She felt hopeless. Was divorce really the only option? At 11 p.m., Henry came home looking exhausted. Anna sighed, thinking he must be terrified of the scandal breaking out. Henry placed divorce papers on the table and said coldly, "Sign this. Let's go our separate ways. I'm done with you." Anna looked at the papers, bitterness in her voice. "You cheat on me, come home claiming you're tired, and now want a divorce so you can be with your mistress? You're disgusting, Henry. Just sign it and stop talking. What you did today is worse than my affair. I'm not even pressing charges, so don't push it. Everything I did was because of you. If you hadn't neglected me, if you cared even a little, and if she hadn't provoked me and called me a failure, I wouldn't have snapped. Do you understand? I'm done arguing. Sign it now." Anna picked up the pen and quietly signed the divorce papers. That was it. The marriage was over. Was it because Henry cheated, or because Anna didn't know how to keep her husband and her happiness? Henry took the signed papers and left. Watching her marriage fade away, Anna's heart broke. Was this truly the end? As Henry passed through the living room, he saw his mother. "Where are you going at this hour?" "Go to sleep, Mom. I'll be gone a few days." "What are those papers? Let me see." "They're the divorce papers. Anna and I are over." "So it's final?" "Yes, Mom." Then she whispered, "So the affair with Hoa, it's real?" Henry nodded and said, "Yes." "Are you sure this is what you want? Once you divorce, there's no going back." "I know. Please go rest. I'm leaving." Henry quickly left the house and went to Hoa's place. He had made up his mind to leave his wife and be with his mistress. He wanted to start a new life with Hoa. The next day, Anna decided to move into her clinic instead of going back to her parents' house. She wasn't ready to tell her family about the divorce, and the clinic seemed like the best place to stay for now. As she packed, Abigail asked, "Where are you going?" "I signed the divorce papers, so I'm moving out, Mom." "If you leave now, there's no turning back. Think carefully." Anna laughed and said, "Last night you screamed at me like I was your worst enemy, and now you're warning me? I'm just saying, make sure this is what you want." "I tried to hold on to my husband, but he's the one who wanted the divorce. There's nothing left for me to do." Abigail said nothing. She just sighed and went back to her room. Anna packed up and moved into her clinic. The first few days alone were miserable. After work, everyone left, and she was alone in the empty building. She felt lost. Empty. This was probably the most fragile time of her life. Eventually, the court date arrived. That day, Anna tried to look at Henry for a long time, knowing it would be the last time she saw him. Since they had no children, the process was simple. After the divorce, they had no reason to see each other again. Watching the man she once loved walk away, there was no pain worse than that. Hoa was waiting for Henry outside. She saw Anna and smiled smugly. "You lost, Anna. He chose me." Anna sighed and said, "This isn't about winning or losing. You stole someone else's husband. Does that make you proud?" "Yes, it does. I'm very happy." Hoa laughed loudly after saying that. "All right then, laugh all you want. He's yours now. I have nothing to say. Just be good to him." Hoa smirked but said nothing. Watching her husband walk away with another woman, Anna's heart shattered, so much it couldn't even cry. It was truly over. From now on, she would have to start over. She had to be strong. She couldn't let the world see her fall apart. Back at the clinic, Anna buried herself in work. She worked day and night, and time passed quickly. Just like that, 6 months had gone by since the divorce. During the holidays, Anna went on a beach trip with her friends. Watching them all laugh and cuddle with their husbands made her feel lonely and left out. She remembered when she and Henry had just gotten married. They had taken a beach trip with this same group of friends. Everyone had said Henry was the most handsome in the group. She and Henry had even promised to come back the next year. And now, a year later, he had left her. She was the only one traveling alone. This year, her friends wished her luck in finding someone new. Anna smiled on the outside, but cried on the inside. While the others went swimming, Anna sat on the shore drinking coconut water and eating snacks. Everyone had someone. She was alone, and she had never felt more out of place. Suddenly, she saw someone sitting across the lounge. It was Hoa. Hoa was drinking with a strange man. Anna looked around, but didn't see Henry anywhere. Huh? Weren't Henry and Hoa supposed to be on vacation together? She wondered. And what surprised her even more was that they were staying at the same hotel as her. They were on the 3rd floor, while she was on the 2nd. Anna had even seen them walking arm in arm affectionately in the hotel dining room. So, her ex-husband was being cheated on now. Turns out, after dumping Anna, that jerk Henry was now getting a taste of betrayal himself, courtesy of Hoa. Anna followed behind Hoa and saw her and the man opening a room door and going in. Same room. That clearly meant they were a couple. But what about Henry? Anna pulled out her phone, took a few pictures of the two looking affectionate, and then returned to her room. She didn't plan to say anything. After all, she and Henry no longer had anything to do with each other. Whatever happened to him, she didn't care anymore. But fate had its own plans. Anna and Hoa bumped into each other at the beach. Anna was taking a walk when she suddenly saw Hoa and the strange man hugging right in front of her. Feeling annoyed, Anna spoke up. "Isn't this Miss Hoa?" Startled, Hoa quickly pushed the man away and said, "Yes, that's me. Is something wrong?" "Oh, nothing major. I was just wondering, is that your new boyfriend?" The man nodded. "Yes, I'm Hoa's boyfriend. Is there a problem?" "Ah, I see. So you've dumped my ex-husband already? He left me for you just a few months ago, and now you've kicked him to the curb? Looks like karma came for him quicker than I expected." Hoa stammered, clearly hiding something from her new boyfriend. "What nonsense are you saying? I don't know your ex-husband. Who is he?" "I have no idea what you're talking about. You must be mistaken." Anna clicked her tongue and said, "You're not brave enough to admit it, huh? But it's fine. Whatever happened between you and my ex-husband, I no longer care. Even if he's got a whole forest of horns on his head now, it's not my problem." With that, Anna turned and walked away. Outwardly, she said she didn't care about her ex-husband. But deep down, she was thinking a lot. How was Henry doing these days? Hoa was vacationing with another man. Had they broken up? Anna took out her phone, thinking of calling Henry. But after a moment, she changed her mind. "It's his business. Why should I care?" she told herself. When the holiday ended, Anna returned to her clinic and continued working diligently. Yet, she kept thinking about her ex-husband. She couldn't forget the scene at the beach, Hoa and that other man. After days of reflection, Anna finally realized she still had feelings for Henry, and she decided to call him. "Hello, Henry. It's me, Anna." "Yeah? What's up?" "I just wanted to check in on you, and there's something I'd like to talk about. Can we meet for a bit?" "Sure. I'm free today too. How about coffee? The usual place." "Okay. 2 p.m.? All right." From the moment she arranged to meet Henry, Anna's heart fluttered. She stood in front of the mirror, did her makeup carefully, and wore the white dress Henry had given her long ago. Then she headed to their old coffee shop to wait. That cafe, a place filled with memories. The place they used to frequent when they were in love, the place where Henry proposed to her. As the memories flooded back, Anna found herself in tears. "I wonder, does he still remember all of this?" she asked herself. "Or has he forgotten everything?" Anna sat there reminiscing, feeling a deep, indescribable sadness. After 2 p.m., Henry arrived. He looked slightly awkward. "Sorry I'm a little late. Have you been waiting long?" "Not really. I just got here." Seeing her ex-husband again after half a year, Anna noticed he looked thinner and more tanned than before. "Have things been tough for you lately? You look thinner." "Same old me. But you look different, Anna." "Different how? Prettier?" "Thanks. I feel like I've gained weight." "A little weight makes you look even better." Anna and Henry chatted happily. They reminisced about old memories and laughed together. Strangely enough, back when they were still living together, they'd never been this happy. Now that they were divorced, it felt easier, lighter somehow. After a while, Anna recalled seeing Hoa on vacation with another man. She suddenly asked, "Henry, how have you been lately? Do you still love Hoa?" Henry looked at Anna for a moment and replied, "I'm the same. Hoa and we're getting married at the end of this year." "Really? Congratulations." "Yeah, thanks. What about you? Do you have a new boyfriend yet?" "I'm still single," Anna said. "Why don't you find a boyfriend? Don't you feel lonely being by yourself?" "I'm afraid being with someone might feel even lonelier than being alone," she replied softly. "At least that's what I keep telling myself. But I guess 2 people should be happier than 1. Right?" "I've got something to tell you," Anna hesitated. "I'm not sure if I should." "Just say it. What's going on?" "Well, on April 30th, I went to the beach with Ngan and some friends. That day, I saw Hoa with another guy." Henry's expression darkened instantly. You saw Hoa with a guy? Are you sure? She told me she was going back to her hometown for a family gathering. I had a photo shoot and couldn't join her. I'm sure, Henry. I even took some pictures. Anna pulled out her phone and showed him the photos. Hoa cuddling up with a strange man at a hotel. Henry's face turned pale as he mumbled, "Damn it, so she's still seeing that guy behind my back." So, you've been cheated on too? Anna asked. Henry sighed, defeated. Yeah, she used to date me, but then I found out she was messing around with that guy. When I confronted her, she said it was over. I believed her. She told me she was going to her hometown, and all this time she was out with him. Damn it. No wonder at the hotel that guy said he was her boyfriend. They looked so cozy. They thought I wouldn't find out. So after ditching me, you ended up getting played too, Anna thought, a bitter smile forming. Henry was furious. He stormed off, probably to confront Hoa. Watching him leave, Anna felt a pang of sadness and a flicker of regret. She hesitated for a moment, then sent him a message. Henry, if you're too tired to go on, come back to me. I still care about you. He read the message, but didn't reply. He was probably too angry and hurt. Left alone, Anna sat in silence, letting old memories wash over her. Henry canceled his film shoot without telling Hoa. He headed back to the apartment they had been sharing, planning to catch her red-handed. Earlier that morning, he told Hoa he was going out of town for 3 days to film, so she likely assumed he wouldn't be home. The perfect opportunity to sneak someone in. Henry took a cab. On the way, his heart pounded. He had a hunch. The man Hoa was seeing was Tan, a model who lived near their building. Henry was convinced Hoa had brought him over. The more he thought about it, the more agitated he became. When he arrived, he rang the doorbell. Inside, Hoa was in the shower. Tan was lounging on the couch. Hearing the bell, he asked, "Babe, did you order chicken sticky rice?" "Yeah, probably the delivery guy. My wallet's on the table. Can you grab it and pay?" "Sure, babe." Tan grabbed the cash and opened the door. His face fell when he saw Henry. "Henry?" Henry clenched his jaw. "You bastard, how dare you show up here?" "I should be asking you that. You and Hoa broke up months ago. Why are you even here? This is harassment." Henry's hands curled into fists. "What the hell did you just say? When did Hoa and I break up?" "She told me you broke up 3 months ago. I've been dating her since then. Why are you acting like she's still yours? This is my place. We never broke up. I left for work and she brings you in here? You filthy cheaters. I'll make you both pay." Henry threw the first punch. Tan, not one to back down, fought back. They brawled right in front of the apartment. Hoa, fresh from the shower in just a towel, ran out. "What's going on?" Henry roared. "You lying witch! You've been cheating on me for 3 damn months?" Hoa froze. "Henry, I thought you were filming out of town. If I hadn't come back, you'd still be sneaking around behind my back. Get out! Both of you!" He punched Tan again, drawing blood, then grabbed Hoa by the hair and dragged them both to the door. He threw all of Hoa's clothes, shoes, and belongings out into the hallway. Henry stood in the apartment, seething. He bit down hard, trying to contain his fury. He'd always been traditional and old-fashioned, the kind of man who loathed betrayal. He had let it slide once already because he had just divorced his wife to be with Hoa. If he dumped Hoa right after, people would talk. So he tried to forgive her. But now this. 3 months of deception, of being made a fool. Hoa didn't argue. She and Tan left quickly. No drama, no tears, just gone. Henry sat alone in the wreckage, consumed by humiliation and rage. After that, he spiraled. He stopped showing up to film shoots. Calls from the crew went unanswered. Everything was on hold, but Henry didn't care. He drowned himself in alcohol, day and night. Meanwhile, Anna couldn't stop thinking about him. It had been a week since she last saw Henry at the cafe. She wondered what happened. Was he okay? She kept her phone close, hoping for a message that never came. Another lonely day passed. She looked at her phone and sighed. "I want to see him." Then suddenly, Her phone lit up. It was him. Her heart jumped. She quickly picked up. "Hello?" Henry's voice was slurred. "What are you doing right now? Can you come over?" "Yes, I'll be right there." Anna quickly changed her clothes and rushed over to Henry's place, her heart pounding with anticipation. She had waited so long for this day and was truly excited. When she arrived at the apartment building where Henry was staying, the first thing she saw was him sprawled out drunk on the sofa, still clutching a bottle of alcohol. Clothes, empty bottles, and trash were scattered across the floor and table. Clearly, Henry hadn't cleaned up in days. Anna rushed over to him and asked, "Henry? Oh my God, why did you drink so much?" He opened his eyes and looked at his ex-wife, slurring, "Anna, you're here. I'm so tired." "No wonder. You drank yourself half to death. Just wait here, okay? I'm going down to get something for you." Anna hurried down to the first floor to buy lemons and made him some detox water. When Henry finally passed out on the couch, she rolled up her sleeves and began cleaning the mess. She picked up trash, did his laundry, and hung his clothes to dry, like a real wife. She didn't understand why she was doing all this. Maybe she still had feelings for Henry. Maybe she hoped they'd get back together. By the time Anna finished cleaning, it was already 10 p.m. She walked over to where Henry was sleeping and sat beside him, just watching him quietly. Same face, same build, but somehow looking at him now made her feel deeply sad. After a while, she softly whispered, "Sleep well, I'm heading home." As Anna stood up to leave, Henry suddenly grabbed her hand. "Don't go, stay here with me tonight." She froze. "Huh? You've been awake?" "I've been awake ever since you sat down and stared at me." "Why? Did I have something on my face?" "No, it's just we haven't seen each other in so long. You stared at me for half an hour. You missed me, didn't you?" If you missed me, just say so. Don't be shy." Before she could reply, Henry pulled her down beside him. Her heart began racing. "What are you doing? Let me go. I have to go home." He leaned in close and whispered, "Stay here with me tonight, my love." And just like that, with a single sentence, Anna let go of all restraint. She stared at him, motionless, then the two of them crashed into each other, sharing a passionate kiss. One kiss turned into many, and soon they found themselves in the bedroom. That night, after over 6 months of longing, Anna gave in to the whirlwind of passion and desire. She felt fully alive, completely fulfilled. And Henry, he had passion too. She felt it. They were like fire and gasoline. That night, Anna felt deeply loved and satisfied. She lay quietly in Henry's arms, completely forgetting to take her birth control pill in the bliss of the moment. That forgotten pill marked the beginning of a new chapter in her life. Anna and Henry decided to get back together. They realized they couldn't live without each other. Anna, once again, threw everything aside to be with him. Henry took her back to her clinic to pack up her belongings and brought her to live with him. This was a season of happiness for her. She ignored all the warnings from friends and family. None of that mattered anymore. As long as she was with Henry and felt loved, that was enough. Henry went back to filming. Anna stayed home, cooked, cleaned, and waited for her beloved husband to come home. She only returned to the clinic when there were serious cases. Otherwise, she let her staff handle everything. Her time was now devoted to building a peaceful home with Henry. One day, while Henry was off filming, Anna was lying in bed scrolling through her phone when the doorbell rang. Who could that be? She opened the door and was stunned to see Hoa. Hoa had come looking for Henry. A wave of anger surged through Anna. She raised her chin and asked coldly, "What are you doing here?" Hoa was just as surprised to see her. "Anna? What are you doing here? Where's Henry?" "I'm back with Henry now," Anna declared. "And if I ever catch you hanging around him again, I swear I'll cut you. You got that?" Hoa's face fell. She stammered, "No way. You're lying, right?" "Why would I lie to you? Now get out of here before I lose my temper." Anna made it clear. Hoa was no longer welcome in Henry's life. If she ever showed up again, Anna was ready to fight for her marriage. A month after reuniting with Henry, Anna found out she was pregnant. She burst into tears of joy and immediately called Henry. He was just as surprised and promised to come home early. That night, after dinner, the couple lay in bed, wrapped in each other's arms, talking softly. They were both overjoyed about the baby. Henry held Anna close and said, "Anna, I'm sorry for everything I put you through. I swear, from now on, I'll make it up to you and our baby." "Please don't dwell on the past," she whispered. "It's behind us now. I love you so much." "I love you too. I'm never leaving you again. I swear." He let out a sigh and added, "Thinking back on what I did to you, I feel terrible. I was such a fool back then. I'm so sorry." Anna, trying to make him feel better, admitted something she hadn't told him before. She confessed her mistake from when they were separated. "Please don't beat yourself up too much. I made mistakes too. Back when you were cold and distant with me, I was so lost, I slept with someone else. Just one night. I thought it would make me feel better, but it didn't." Henry's expression turned cold. He frowned. "You had a one-night stand?" "Yes." His arms, once wrapped tightly around her, suddenly loosened. He pulled away and sat up. "Where are you going?" she asked. He didn't answer. He walked out into the living room and lit a cigarette. What was going through his mind? Why was he reacting like this? Henry stayed in the living room smoking while Anna, who was now often sleepy due to the pregnancy, drifted off. She woke up the next morning at 8 a.m. and noticed Henry wasn't beside her. He hadn't said anything before leaving. She tried calling him, but he didn't answer, no matter how many times she tried. Worried, she called Henry's manager, who told her he was already on set filming. Strange. He didn't tell her anything. She felt a pang of sadness. Was he still upset about her confession? Was he so mad that he left without a word? At noon, assuming he was on his lunch break, Anna called again to check on him. Had he eaten? Was he okay? Still, no answer. This time, he even turned off his phone. Anna was anxious. What was he really upset about? The one-night stand? Or something else? Since he wasn't saying anything, she had no way of knowing. The whole day passed without a call or message from Henry, and Anna spent it in restless worry. That evening, she waited again. Finally, after several calls, he picked up on the third try. "Hello? Henry, I've been calling all day. Why didn't you answer?" "I've been busy. I was so worried. Are you coming home tonight?" "No." "You're not?" "No." Then he hung up. Beep, beep. He didn't even ask Anna a single question. Anna felt deeply hurt. She was carrying his child, after all. How could he not ask how she was doing, not show even a little concern? She tried calling Henry back, but he didn't answer. Her mind was racing, filled with tangled emotions, and she couldn't sleep at all that night. Not even for a minute. Anna tossed and turned until morning, waiting for daylight so she could go to the film set to see her husband. She hadn't slept at all, so her body was exhausted. She took a taxi and arrived at the set after an hour. At that time, Henry wasn't filming. He was just sitting around. But he didn't even acknowledge her presence. Anna could feel that Henry was even colder than the day before. She walked up to him and gently asked, "Did you eat breakfast, honey? Why are you here? Can we talk for a minute?" "I'm busy. Later." "I came all the way here. Can we just talk for a moment?" Henry sighed, clearly annoyed. "Make it quick." Anna held his hand. "Are you mad at me about that night when I had a one-night stand?" "Get to the point." "I'm so sorry, honey. I know I was wrong. Please forgive me." Henry let out a long sigh. "I'm disappointed in you. I didn't think you were that kind of person. You were so careless with yourself. Don't you realize how disgraceful that was? At the time, you had left me for someone else. I was heartbroken. I drank too much and couldn't control myself. I'm truly sorry." "What's done is done. Apologizing now is pointless, Anna. Go home. We'll talk some other time." Anna's throat tightened and tears streamed down her cheeks. "How can you be so heartless and cold to me? You cheated on me and left me, and yet I forgave you for everything. But I make one mistake, just one, and you can't let it go. That's not fair. You should know by now, men can have mistresses. Every guy does it. But a married woman? She must stay loyal to her husband and his family. Do you understand? Loyal to a husband who betrays her and tries everything to divorce her? Really? Think whatever you want. I'm a jerk, Anna? You're no better. How could you sleep with some random guy? Were you that desperate? Shut your mouth. I have nothing left to say to you. What's done is done. If I was willing to sleep with someone else, then fine. Maybe I'm not any better. Get out of my life. I never want to see a man like you again. That's your choice. I'll raise the baby myself. You don't deserve to be its father. Who says the baby is even mine? I don't care. Blinded by rage, Anna slapped Henry across the face. You bastard, I hate you. After that brutal fight, Anna walked slowly down the street, emotionally drained. Several taxis stopped to ask if she needed a ride, but she just shook her head. She wanted to wander alone. Her heart was too heavy to see anyone right now. Henry's words had shattered her. He could cheat on her repeatedly, treat her like trash, and no one would bat an eye. But the moment she made a mistake, she was branded a monster. How was that fair? Since Henry found out about her one-night stand, he'd changed completely. He ignored her, even though he knew she was pregnant. He insulted her, looked down on her, and called her a traitor. But he never once took responsibility for the pain he caused. Anna hated herself for still loving him, for giving him another chance. After over a month of reconciliation, he had abandoned her again. This time it hurt twice as much because she was pregnant with his child. She had thought that once they reunited, they'd be happy again, that their happiness would multiply with the baby. But now, everything had fallen apart. Anna walked along the sidewalk, crying bitterly over her fate. She cried so much her eyes swelled shut. Because of the pregnancy, walking too long made her stomach ache. Worried, she hailed a taxi and returned to her clinic. In the end, Anna faced a painful truth. She and Henry had separated again, after barely a month of being back together. Thankfully, they had only moved in temporarily, so moving out was easy, and nothing bound them together anymore. This time, the only thing Anna took away from the relationship was the child in her womb. She put aside all her negativity and focused on her pregnancy. She would raise her child alone and teach them to be a good person. After enduring so much betrayal, she had no more interest in men. Now, her only priorities were her child and her work. Everything else, whether it came or not, didn't matter. Anna carried the pregnancy to term and gave birth to a baby girl. She named her John, hoping her daughter would have a joyful life. John, all her days. Even as a single mother, Anna felt completely at peace. Her daughter was her everything. As long as they were together, she was content. Time passed quickly. Anna was busy running her clinic and taking care of her daughter. Her days were full, nonstop. She hadn't seen her ex-husband in a long time. Occasionally, she'd spot him in online articles or on TV. He was probably living happily with someone new. But being a celebrity, he was good at keeping his personal life under wraps. No one knew the details. This year, her daughter turned 3. Now that she was older and starting to ask questions about her father, Anna wasn't sure what to say. One morning, while dropping her daughter off at preschool, Anna met another mom. Are you John's mother? Yes, I am. I'm Matthew's mom. Your daughter and my son are really close in class. Oh, that's great to hear. Yeah, Matthew told me John doesn't have a dad. Is that true? The blunt question stung. Anna hesitated, then responded, That's not exactly true. My husband works overseas, so he's not around much. That's probably why people assume that. Oh, I see. I guess it's because we've never seen him pick John up. Yes, that's probably it. Once she started lying, Anna kept going. My husband will be moving back soon. One day you'll see him picking up John, I'm sure. That's good. When you're free, bring John over to play with Matthew. I'll make some sponge cake. Matthew says John loves it. Thank you. I will. Anna smiled, nodded, and headed home. But all day, her mind lingered on that conversation. Her daughter was growing up. One day, she would ask about her father. What would Anna say? Until now, she had told everyone, including John, that her father worked abroad. But she couldn't keep lying forever. John might believe it now, but one day she would be old enough to see through it. How could she keep lying to her own daughter? That evening, while bringing her daughter home, Anna asked playfully, "Sweetheart, do you have a boyfriend?" "Yes, Mommy." "What?" Anna's daughter innocently said, "Mom, I like Matthew. Can you marry Matthew so he can be my daddy?" Anna froze for a few seconds. Her brain couldn't even process it. Her daughter was barely over 3 years old and had only been going to school for half a year, and now she already had a boyfriend? Anna chuckled and patted her daughter's head. "You little rascal, not even weaned properly and already got a boyfriend, huh? You say you're a big girl, but you still hold on to mommy's boob when you sleep. Fine then, I won't touch it anymore. You better not. If you do tonight, I'll smack your hand." "Okay, I know." After a while, the little girl looked out the car window and asked, "Mom, is my dad as handsome as that uncle?" Anna looked outside and saw a good-looking man walking down the sidewalk. She nodded. "Your dad is even more handsome than him." "Really, Mommy?" "Really." "Then call him. I want to talk to Daddy. Let's do a video call so I can see him." "I told you before, honey, your dad doesn't have internet where he is. We can't call him." Immediately, her daughter started crying and throwing a tantrum, insisting Anna take her to see her dad. "I want to see Daddy. Mommy, take me to Daddy." "Daddy's far away, sweetheart. He's working right now, but he'll come back to us when he's done." "You're lying. You're tricking me, Mommy." "I'm not lying. I promise. Daddy will come back by the end of the year. Be a good girl and don't cry, okay? The better you behave, the sooner Daddy will come home." Anna tried to soothe her daughter the whole ride home, buying her toys, dolls, and princess dresses to distract her. It worked for a moment. But the next day, the little girl remembered again. Every time it was time for school, she would throw a fit, demanding Anna call her dad, leaving Anna feeling helpless. As her daughter grew, she became more curious about her dad. One day, she even asked to see his picture. Anna scrolled through Facebook and randomly pointed at a man traveling in a photo. "There, that's your dad." Her daughter's eyes lit up. "Wow, he's so handsome." Anna scratched her head and awkwardly nodded. Then, her daughter even kissed the photo. Then she remembered something. "Mommy, call him. I want to talk to Daddy. He doesn't have internet, sweetie." "You're lying. If he doesn't have internet, how did he post pictures?" "Call him! Call him!" Panicking, Anna quickly turned off her phone and pretended it was broken. Then she brought her daughter to her grandparents' house, hoping she'd forget. But it was only temporary. Her daughter was nearly 5 now, old enough to understand things. Anna knew she couldn't lie to her for much longer. Then Anna remembered. Her daughter was about to turn 5, and not once had Henry come to see her, even though he lived only a few kilometers away. Henry was an actor with many fans, a celebrity, who seemed to have completely forgotten his daughter existed. Anna recalled one time, shortly after giving birth, Henry had called her, asking to see the baby to get a DNA test. He said if the baby was his, he would send 8 million VND per month and take responsibility. But Anna had been furious. She yelled at him and forbade him from ever appearing in front of her again. Since then, he had vanished. It had been nearly 5 years. She sighed. Men are just heartaches, she thought. But fate had something else in store. On a Sunday, when her daughter had a day off, Anna took her shopping at the mall. After shopping, they were enjoying ice cream when suddenly, her daughter shouted, "Daddy! Daddy!" Anna jolted, turning to look at her daughter. It turned out she had spotted a man walking by and assumed it was her dad. She quickly set her ice cream down and ran after the man. Panicked, Anna chased after her. "Honey, Why are you running after a stranger? Mommy's right here. But that's Daddy, the little girl insisted. The man turned around, surprised to see a child calling him Daddy. Did you just call me Daddy? The little girl wrapped her arms around him, beaming. Daddy, it's me, your daughter. When did you come back? The man looked flustered, clearly confused, while Anna was mortified. She bowed and apologized. I'm so sorry. My daughter mistook you for someone else. I hope you'll forgive us. The man nodded politely. No problem. But the little girl wouldn't let go. She clung to his leg, insisting, He's my dad. Mommy showed me his picture. It's him. He's the one from Facebook, the one named Thomas. Anna's face turned pale as she realized the man really was the one she had randomly shown her daughter on Facebook. What were the chances? The world was indeed small. Anna tried to pull her daughter away, but the little girl screamed and cried so loudly that a crowd started gathering, wondering what was going on. Finally, out of desperation, Anna asked the man to come home with them just to calm her daughter down. Thankfully, he agreed and kindly drove both Anna and her daughter home. From the moment she found her handsome daddy, the little girl clung to him like glue. The man's name was Thomas. He was 5 years older than Anna, successful, owned his own company, and was single. That day, Thomas had just gone shopping and somehow ended up being a 5-year-old's dad. He laughed, saying, I've never been in this situation before. I don't even know what to do. Little John was over the moon. She hugged her handsome dad tightly, afraid that if she let go, he'd disappear. She pouted, Daddy, why were you gone so long? Don't you know how much I missed you? Thomas scratched his head. Daddy's been busy with work, but now I'm back, okay? You can't leave again. But Daddy has to work to earn money. No, you don't. Just stay home with me. Mommy will take care of both of us. She has lots of money. Thomas gave a strained smile, unsure how to explain he wasn't actually her dad. Little John latched onto him completely, leaving both Thomas and Anna helpless. Not until midnight, after Thomas sang lullabies, did she finally fall asleep. Seeing Thomas's awkward expression while singing made Anna want to laugh, but she was too tired to even think. Once the girl was asleep, Anna and Thomas finally had a moment to talk. I'm really sorry, Anna said. This is such a mess. You got dragged into this out of nowhere. Let me pay you for your trouble. Please give me your bank account. What for? Why would you pay me? You've done so much today. I just want to compensate you. Actually, can I make you an offer? An offer? Could you pretend to be her dad? Just for a day each month. I'll tell her you're away working, and every month you can come see her once. I'll pay you 10 million VND per visit. Wait, you're hiring a dad for your daughter? Yes, I'm desperate. When she was younger, it was easier, but now she's old enough to ask questions. I can't lie to her anymore. Please help me. And her real dad? He left me when I was pregnant. He's no good. That's why I'm in this situation. They talked for a long time. The two actually got along quite well. By the time they looked at the clock, it was already 4 a.m. Thomas said he'd go home, shower, and come back. He didn't want to leave without saying goodbye, or the girl would throw a tantrum when she woke up. Anna thanked him and again asked for his bank account. Please, let me transfer you the money. Do you solve everything with money? Yes, money can fix anything, especially if there's enough of it. Even buying a father for your daughter? Yes. Thomas chuckled. So you think I'm that cheap, huh? Well, I'm telling you, you can't buy me. But I'll help you, for John. Just know, this is temporary. Eventually, you'll need to find her real father or tell her the truth. Anna's face dropped. Where am I supposed to find him? Then tell her the truth. She's old enough. Yes, I understand. By 6 a.m., Thomas was back at Anna's place. He hadn't slept at all. Neither had she. When John woke up, she immediately ran into Thomas's arms. Daddy, let's go play today. I want to go out with you and Mommy. Thomas had a meeting at 10 a.m., but seeing her big eyes and pleading smile, he gave in. He texted his assistant to cancel the meeting. He was spending the day with John. He smiled. I guess I'm going soft today. Thomas took Anna and her daughter to an amusement park, then out to eat and shop for toys. At 2 p.m., while they were eating ice cream by the lake, Anna's eyes started drooping. Thomas asked, You're sleepy? Let's go home. Immediately, John scolded him. Why'd you say that? You're supposed to say, Sweetheart, are you sleepy? Not you. Thomas nodded. All right, Daddy forgot. Sorry, sweetheart. Then John made her handsome daddy hold Mommy's hand, making Thomas blush. Just then, a friend of Thomas showed up with his girlfriend and spotted them. Thomas, what are you doing here? Thomas was startled and stammered, not sure what to say. Before he could speak, John blurted out, Hi, Uncle. Hi, Auntie. I'm John, Daddy Thomas's daughter. His friend's jaws dropped. Thomas, when did you get married? And you already have a kid this big. Did you secretly get married? Anna quickly covered her daughter's mouth. John, let the adults talk, okay? Thomas gave a strained laugh. It's a long story. I'll tell you later. What? You didn't even invite us to your wedding. You don't consider us friends? No, it's not that. We're not officially married yet. Her family's dealing with some stuff, but when we do marry, it'll be a big wedding. Really? When's the wedding? Maybe end of this year. Get ready to party. All right then. Congrats. After the friends left, Anna teased him. You're a pretty good liar. I had no choice. I had to say something. We'll deal with the rest later. Thank you. You were amazing today. Let me give you 30 million. 2 days, 30 million. You'll be rich at this rate. There you go again with money. Do you know how much money I lost today just being with you two? Don't think I'm doing this for the money. I only helped because your story touched me. So please, don't bring up money again. Anna was starting to be impressed by Thomas. Handsome and kind. How could she not be? When they got home, she was so tired she went straight to bed, leaving Thomas to play with John. Seeing her daddy nodding off, John said, Daddy, go rest, but don't leave, okay? Mommy and I will be good. Thomas said something, but his eyes were tightly shut. John immediately tugged on his father's arm and said, Dad, go take a nap before work. After staying up for 2 whole days and nights, Thomas could barely keep his eyes open. He stood up and followed John, who led him straight into his mom's room. Half asleep, Thomas didn't notice anything. He just climbed into bed and instantly passed out. John quietly left the room, carefully closed the door, and went to his own room to watch cartoons on his iPad. In the middle of the night, Anna woke up. She felt something warm, like someone was breathing on her face. She thought, why is John's body so hot tonight? Is he having a fever? She reached out to touch, but was startled. Whoever was next to her wasn't small or soft like her daughter. Wait, where am I? She fumbled for the light switch, turned it on, threw off the blanket, and gasped when she saw Thomas lying beside her. Thomas, what the hell? Why are you in my bed? Did he sneak in to sleep with me? Is that why he's been acting so nice, because he wanted this all along? What a jerk! Anna jumped up, ran to the corner where she kept a wooden stick for self-defense, grabbed it, and charged toward the bed. But she tripped over Thomas's shoes on the floor and fell, slamming her head against the edge of the bed. Her forehead swelled up like a guava. The pain shot from her skull all the way down her spine. Thomas woke up and saw her on the ground. Anna, are you okay? My head, it hurts like hell. What the heck happened? You hit your head on the bed. It's swelling up fast. This is all your fault. Why the hell are you in my room? I woke up in the middle of the night, saw you lying next to me, and freaked out. I was going to beat you up, but instead I tripped over your stupid shoes. I'm sorry, really. I was exhausted and John led me in here. I swear I didn't know you were here. I didn't see anything. I didn't touch you. How do I know that's true? Come on, you can trust me. I'm not that kind of guy. I hope so. Otherwise, you're dead meat. After a while, Anna started to feel better. Thomas got some ice and helped her with the swelling. It's a big bump. Next time, watch where you're going. Yeah, good thing it was my forehead. If I'd hit my mouth, I'd have no teeth left. Oh crap, I totally forgot to check on my daughter. I passed out so fast earlier. She's fine. I checked on her. She's sleeping like an angel. Relax. Thanks, you're a good guy. I'm sorry I thought you were a pervert. No worries, I'm going back to sleep now. You should too. Don't worry, I'm harmless. I believe you. Thomas got back in bed, and Anna lay down too, each on their own side. She slowly drifted into sleep and had a strange dream. She was wearing a white dress, looking like a princess. Next to her was a handsome prince with a dazzling smile that made her heart flutter. My princess, will you come with me? I promise to love, protect, and care for you forever. Yes, I love you, and I love you, my beautiful princess. They kissed passionately and embraced in a fairy tale castle. Anna. Anna. She woke up with a jolt. Her eyes flew open, only to see herself lying on top of Thomas, kissing his neck. In panic, she stammered, "Oh my God! What am I doing? I'm so sorry. I was dreaming. I didn't know." She tried to pull away, but Thomas wrapped his arms around her. "What kind of dream has you kissing me and stripping off my shirt? You were kissing my neck like crazy. I couldn't take it anymore. Now you want to just walk away?" I said I was dreaming. I didn't mean to. Let me go." "Too late, Anna. You've awakened something in me. You think I can just stop now?" Thomas rolled over and kissed her. Anna struggled to push him away, but he held her tightly. "Let go! What the hell are you doing? You want this. Why won't you admit it? You're insane. It was just a dream. Let go." But Thomas kissed her again, silencing her words. Anna's body grew warm. Her resistance softened. Her heart pounded wildly. It had been 5 years since she'd been touched by a man. 5 long years since she got pregnant with John and Henry abandoned her. She'd sworn off men ever since. But now, this feeling, it was different. Thomas undressed her, and she couldn't resist anymore. She responded. They wrapped around each other, lost in a storm of passion. For the first time in 5 years since her breakup with Henry, Anna felt alive again, intensely emotional and physically fulfilled. Their night together lasted until the morning sun rose. Anna's whole body ached, her back and hips throbbed. She winced as she walked to the bathroom. "We went overboard. Now I can barely walk." She tiptoed back out, saw Thomas still asleep, and couldn't bring herself to wake him. Looking closely at him, he really was handsome. 6-pack abs, and honestly, he looked pretty hot. Thomas opened his eyes and smirked. "Staring at me like that? What, you want more?" "What? No!" He pulled her onto him. "Hey, let me go. What if the kid knocks on the door? She's still sleeping. We've got time." Just as Thomas began tugging on her shirt, a little voice called from outside. "Daddy, wake up! Mommy, wake up! It's morning!" They both jumped up. "See? I told you." Thomas leaned over and whispered into her ear. "Tonight, remember love." He opened the door for John while Anna sat there frozen. What did he mean, tonight? Is he not going home? Thomas took Anna and her daughter out for breakfast before heading to work. Before he left, he picked up John and said, "Be good at school, sweetheart. I'll come pick you up this afternoon." "Yes, Daddy, and I'll introduce you to my boyfriend." "What? My daughter has a boyfriend already?" "Yes, his name is Matthew." "Wow, Daddy's little girl is growing up." Then he turned to Anna and said, "Don't bother cooking tonight. I'll pick you two up after work and take you out for dinner." Anna grabbed his arm and whispered, "Aren't you going home? Why are you coming back here tonight?" "Well, aren't you the one who wanted me to be An's dad? You're the one who started this. Now what? Kicking me to the curb? Oh, so after sleeping with me, you think you can just ditch me? Not happening. I'm off to work. See you tonight. Love you." "Wait, Thomas." Thomas drove away, leaving Anna utterly confused. What did he mean by what he just said? Thomas drove back to the office in an unusually cheerful mood. He smiled to himself the entire ride. When the traffic light turned red, everyone else stopped, but he kept driving until a traffic officer stepped out and flagged him down. He looked surprised and asked, "Huh? Why are you stopping my car?" "Good afternoon, sir. You just violated a traffic rule." Thomas raised his eyebrows, acting smug. "Me? I violated something? Are you sure? There must be some mistake. You just ran a red light. Did you already forget?" Only then did Thomas remember. He apologized and paid the fine, then continued driving back to work. On the way, he mumbled to himself, "Unbelievable. I actually ran a red light. Crazy. Just a little affection and I completely lost my mind." Thomas had been away for 2 days, so a pile of documents and contracts were waiting for his approval. It was a lot of work, but since he was in such a good mood, it didn't bother him at all. His assistant brought in some coffee and said, "Here's some coffee to help you stay alert and tackle everything. You drink it. I'm already more than alert enough. You seem unusually cheerful today. What's going on?" "Oh, I've got plenty to be happy about. But for someone who's been single as long as you, it's better if you don't ask." "All right, then bring me all the work. I'll handle it all at once. By the way, should we reschedule the meeting that was postponed the other day? Tell everyone we'll meet at 10 a.m. today." "Got it. But seriously, what's got you so happy? Come on, tell me. Didn't I just say it's not something a single guy like you should hear? You just feel sorry for yourself. Wait, don't tell me. You've got a girlfriend now?" "Nope, I've got a wife and a daughter." "All right, I'm just gonna get back to work." The assistant was shocked. The boss had only been away for 2 days, and now he was saying he had a wife and a child? That was insane, completely unbelievable. He'd worked with the boss for nearly 10 years and had never seen him date anyone. And now, after just 2 days, the boss came back claiming he had a family? It didn't make any sense. As he worked, the assistant kept sneaking glances at Thomas. Why is he smiling to himself like that? Maybe it really is true. Thomas noticed and asked, "Why do you keep sneaking looks at me like that? You sick or something? Should I take you to the doctor?" "Are you kidding? I'm perfectly fine. Why would I need a doctor?" "You're acting weird today, not like yourself. Love changes a man, I guess. A single guy like you wouldn't understand." "Yeah, you've got a point. I've never been in love, so I wouldn't know." "Exactly. Now let's get to work. I have to leave early this afternoon to pick up my daughter." "Wait, you really have a daughter?" "Yep, she's 5 years old. If you wait another 15 years, I might marry her off to you." "Whoa, no thanks. If I wait 15 years, I'll be old and gray by then. Then hurry up and find yourself a girlfriend already. You can't be single forever." "Yes, sir, I got it." The assistant went back to work, silently thinking, so the boss finally has someone to take care of him. He's been alone all these years, but now he has a wife, a child, a warm little family. I'm happy for him. His parents, wherever they are, would be proud. Ever since they passed away, this is the first time I've seen him this happy. Meanwhile, Anna was at the clinic when she got a text from Thomas. "I'll pick up our daughter at 5 this afternoon. You don't need to go." She quickly replied, "What if she really starts believing you're her dad?" "Then let her believe it. I suddenly have a beautiful wife and a sweet daughter. What's not to love?" "Are you crazy?" "Probably. I ran a red light on the way back today and had to pay a fine." "Oh my God. I give up. You need to snap out of it. You're only pretending to be the dad for now. Don't go overboard." "And what about last night? Don't tell me you hired me to be your husband for one night too." Thomas's mention of last night made Anna blush. The truth was, she liked it. She couldn't stop thinking about it. But to save face, she shot back, "Yeah, let's just say I rented you for one night. Just tell me how much. I'll pay it all at once." "Let's talk about it tonight. I'm working now." Anna sighed and thought back to the night before. She felt a real connection with Thomas, but moving forward scared her. After the painful divorce from Henry, she was still scarred. She hadn't been able to shake that trauma. Could a new love really heal her past wounds? Would it be strong enough to protect both her and her daughter for the rest of their lives? Or would it all fall apart again, leaving behind more broken pieces? If she made another mistake, would she survive it? That afternoon, Thomas arrived at the preschool right on time. It was his first time picking up a child from school, and the feeling was indescribable. He never expected being a dad to feel this good. Just hearing little John call him Daddy made his heart melt. At that moment, Thomas knew he wanted to take care of both Anna and John for the rest of his life. Sure, people might laugh at him, call him a fool, but he didn't care. As soon as John saw her handsome dad, she shouted joyfully, "Daddy! Daddy! You're here!" Immediately, Thomas walked over and picked up the little girl in his arms. Cheerfully, he asked, "Did Daddy's little girl have fun at school today?" "Yes, I did, but I still like staying home and playing with you more." "That won't do, sweetheart. You have to go to school. And Daddy has to go to work during the day too. I have my own company, you know. Then one day, can you take me to visit your company?" "Of course, sweetie. We'll go together sometime." Just then, John spotted her friend Matthew walking out with his mom. She immediately called out, "Matthew! Hey, I'm here!" John proudly introduced, "This is my dad. Isn't he handsome?" "He is. Super handsome," Matthew replied. Matthew's mother approached and asked Thomas, "So, you're John's father?" "Yes, ma'am, I am." "Wow, I honestly thought John didn't have a dad. This is the first time I've seen you. I travel a lot for work, so that's probably why you haven't seen me around." "Yeah, and I also heard from people that Anna was abandoned by her husband when she was just 2 months pregnant, so I just assumed." Hearing that, Thomas's heart ached for both Anna and her daughter. At that moment, he made a promise to himself. He would never let that happen again. From now on, he wasn't going to just play the part of a father. He would be one, for real. Driving his daughter home, he and John chatted the whole ride. "Let's go pick up Mommy and take her out to dinner, shall we?" "Yes, I want chicken drumsticks, Daddy." "That's it, easy. Chicken is no big deal. I want ice cream too. And will you buy me a princess dress?" "Absolutely. Tell Daddy what you want and we'll get it all after we eat." "Okay, let me think a little more." As Anna returned to the gate, she saw Thomas and John already back. She had never seen her daughter so happy. Maybe her daughter really did need a father, but a part of Anna was scared. She was afraid of being happy, only to have it all disappear again. She had been abandoned by Henry, twice. Her heart didn't dare risk falling in love again. Thomas, however, acted completely natural. He kissed Anna gently on the forehead and said, "Hello, my beautiful wife. Daddy and daughter are back." John gave her a kiss on the cheek too. "Hi, Mommy." "Oh, hi, sweetie. Why didn't you say hi to Daddy too?" Anna blinked. Her own daughter was already siding with her fake husband. "Oh, right? I forgot." Thomas winked at Anna and teased, "Careful, my dear wife. You might get left out of the family circle soon if you're not on the same wavelength." Anna frowned and scolded him. "You're getting way ahead of yourself, Thomas." But Thomas remained unfazed. He acted like he really was John's father and Anna's husband. Later, after bathing her daughter and letting her watch TV outside, Anna went to the bathroom to shower. She pushed the door open and gasped. Thomas was inside. She shouted, "Why didn't you lock the door? And now you're blaming me?" Thomas looked calm as ever. "Want a shower together?" "Shower your head. I swear I'll cut off your precious if you don't get out." He grinned, grabbed her by the waist, and pinned her against the wall. "If you cut it off, how would you use it again later?" "I don't need it." Thomas leaned in, kissing her neck. His touch sent shivers down her spine. She tried to push him away, but he only pressed closer. That perfect six-pack and the hot pressure against her belly made her whole body heat up. Anna couldn't resist anymore. This time, she kissed him back. Their bodies tangled with urgency and passion. It was quick, rushed, because they still had to take their daughter to dinner. But for Anna, it was enough to make her feel alive again. He kissed her and whispered, Tonight, I'll make it up to you, my love. She smiled and nodded. Okay. They got dressed, ready to go out with their daughter. They looked like a real family, and Anna loved that feeling. She began to hope again. They went to a fancy restaurant. As fate would have it, they ran into Henry. He was dining with a much younger girl, probably a new co-star. Seeing Anna, Henry smirked. Well, Anna! Long time no see. How have you been? I've been great. So, are you married now? Of course. That's old news. Where's your husband? Anna pointed proudly to Thomas, who was holding her daughter. Right there. That's my husband and my daughter. Honestly, I should thank you for leaving me. If you hadn't, I wouldn't have found the man I have now. Was an obstetrician. You already have a daughter that big? Wait, wasn't that baby mine back then? Weren't you pregnant with my child? Nope, I lied to you. You lied to me? I thought she was mine. Keep your voice down. You're an actor. Don't want a scandal, do you? She walked back to Thomas and their daughter. Thomas asked, "Who was that, sweetheart?" "My ex-husband." Thomas looked a little down, his smile fading. Anna noticed, leaned in, and gave him a kiss to reassure him. The past was just that, the past. He was her present, and hopefully her future. "Let's eat. I'm starving," she said sweetly. Thomas's heart melted. This was what love felt like. Should Anna allow herself to believe in love again? She wasn't sure about the future, but in that moment, she knew Thomas was genuine. He truly cared for her and her daughter. Henry, meanwhile, sat with his young girlfriend, but his eyes kept drifting back to Anna. Seeing her smiling so joyfully with her new family stirred something inside him. Regret. After 5 years, Anna looked even more beautiful, more radiant. He remembered the day she told him she was pregnant. Then came the misunderstandings, the cold shoulder, and eventually, he left her while she was carrying his child. Now, looking at that little girl, was she his? She looked around 5. His girlfriend noticed his glances and asked, "Are you still in love with her?" "No, it's just strange seeing someone from the past." "Is that little girl your child? She looks a lot like you." "What? You think she looks like me?" "Especially her eyes. They're just like yours." Hearing that, Henry looked closer. The girl really did resemble him. And not just the eyes, her posture while sleeping, limbs stretched out just like he used to. Regret hit him hard. After Anna, no woman ever truly matched her. He'd had several relationships in 5 years, but none lasted. He always compared them to Anna, and none ever came close. Now it was too late. You never realize what you have until it's gone. Unwilling to let go, Henry waited until Thomas went to get the car, then approached Anna and John. He tried again. "Anna, just tell me the truth. She's my daughter, isn't she?" Anna snapped. "No, she's not. I told you already. Look at her. Does she look anything like you?" "She has my eyes, Anna. Please." Yes, Henry was right. The little girl did have his eyes. And that same sprawl while sleeping habit. But Anna refused to admit it. Henry had abandoned her from the start. What right did he have to claim anything now? He hadn't shown up once during her pregnancy, never asked about her well-being. He even demanded a DNA test back then. Anna sighed. "Don't you feel ashamed asking me that? Go home, Henry. Think about what you did, the things you said. I remember every word. Now leave me and my daughter alone. Unless you want my husband to come back and punch you in the face, don't say I didn't warn you." "Anna, you're lying, aren't you?" "Shut up, and don't you ever say my name again. I never want to see you for the rest of my life. Get out of here." Anna shouted and grabbed her daughter's hand to leave. After a few steps, her daughter asked, "Mom, who was that man?" Anna patted her daughter's head and said, "He's mentally unstable, sweetie. Don't pay attention to him." "Okay, but what does mentally unstable mean?" "It means something's wrong with his head. He's not well." "Oh, okay." In the car, Thomas asked Anna, "What did he say to you?" "Oh, just some nonsense." "Do you want me to give him a lesson, so he won't bother you again?" "No need. Don't be childish. We don't need more trouble." "All right, I'll do whatever you and our daughter want." Hearing that, Anna smiled. Sometimes I feel like we're a real family. Thomas immediately responded, but we are a family. I'm the dad, you're the mom, and John is our daughter. We're a family, right, sweetie? Yes, Daddy, John giggled happily. Thomas patted her head. My daughter is such a sweet and smart girl. Let's go buy a princess dress for you, okay? Yes! Princess dress! Yay! Watching Thomas and her daughter so happy, Anna felt peaceful. She thought maybe Thomas truly deserved to be John's father. As for Henry, he didn't deserve it. She would never let him near her daughter again. But fate had other plans. After that encounter at the restaurant, Henry started showing up at Anna's house, demanding to see his daughter. He turned their peaceful life upside down. His presence deeply disturbed Anna. John was curious about Henry, while Thomas began to feel awkward. Because Henry was John's biological father, Thomas felt insecure. He was afraid Anna might go back to Henry to let John grow up with her real dad. He, after all, was just a stand-in who showed up later. He felt heartbroken, but didn't know how to express it. He sat quietly while Henry played with John in the living room. Trying to win John's heart, Henry came over every night, bringing gifts. One day it was a doll, the next a toy kitchen set, or a doctor play kit, all just to please her. Anna was fed up. She threw all the toys into the trash and yelled, "Henry, can you stop being such a nuisance? You come here every single day. I'm sick of it. From tomorrow on, I don't want to see you near my house. Got it?" Henry stood up calmly and replied, "The truth will always be the truth. How long do you think you can hide it? I'm John's father. I have the right to see my daughter." "You say that without feeling any shame? When I was pregnant, you abandoned me. You even questioned if she was yours. You refused to acknowledge her. If I had lost hope and gone for an abortion, would there even be a child for you to claim now? And remember the day I gave birth? You called and said you wanted a DNA test before sending child support. But I refused. I could raise her on my own. I never needed your money. And now, after almost 5 years of completely ignoring her, you suddenly want to be her father? Doesn't your conscience hurt? Don't you have any pride?" Henry looked down, voice low. I was going through some things back then. I couldn't take responsibility, but now my life is stable. I'll bring both you and our daughter home. We can be happy together and never be apart again." Anna scoffed, eyes blazing. "Did I hear you right? You want to take us back to your house now? What are we teddy bears for you to pick up when you feel like it and toss away when you don't? Wake up, Henry. That fantasy is never going to happen." "Why not? Why won't you let her live with her real father? With someone like you? She'd be homeless in no time. Look, John already has a wonderful father, Thomas. He may not be famous, but he's kind, dependable, and way more successful than you'll ever be. And let me be clear, starting tomorrow, don't come back. I'm tired of you." Thomas, who had been silently listening, breathed a sigh of relief. Now he knew where he stood. He started cleaning up the house, making a point to show Henry, "I'm the one Anna chose. I'm the real father figure here." Thomas mopped the floor, smirking. He pushed the mop toward Henry and said, "Can you move so I can clean there?" Anna laughed at his expression. Since when did the CEO of a big company turn into her personal housekeeper? After cleaning, Thomas carried John to her room and helped her color and learn the alphabet. He patiently guided her, making her laugh all the while. Henry sat alone in the living room, feeling out of place. He understood he was being politely kicked out. Soon, Thomas walked out and said, "Henry, it's getting late. The little one needs rest. You should go." Anna nodded and looked Henry straight in the eye. "You see it now? John already has a good father. You've lost. Now leave." Henry reluctantly stood up, and before leaving he said, "I won't give up. I'll be back tomorrow." And then he left. True to his word, the next day Henry came again. Anna and John were out with Thomas, but Henry waited at the gate until they returned. When they did, he handed John a gift bag and quietly left. Before walking away, he said to Anna, "I'll come again tomorrow." Anna sighed. He's really lost his mind, she thought. She didn't understand what he was trying to do. Was he trying to steal her daughter's affection? Why didn't he think of this 5 years ago? If he hadn't abandoned us back then, maybe we'd be a happy family now. But he did, and now it's too late. Now that she was happy with Thomas, Henry showed up and tried to pull them apart. He didn't even have an ounce of dignity left. He was making things unbearably complicated for her. Henry's constant visits were stressing Anna out to the point of exhaustion. One evening, after finishing at the clinic, she was about to leave for a dinner date. It was Thomas's birthday. But just as she stepped out, a woman arrived with a child for a checkup. The child looked unwell, so Anna turned back to help. As she opened the medical record, she was shocked. The little girl's name was Jonna, 5 years old, just like her own daughter, only the surname was different. It was the first time Anna had seen a child patient with the same name and age as her daughter, so she decided to treat her for free. However, upon further examination, Anna noticed something alarming. She stayed behind to run a full set of tests. The results crushed her. The girl had an ependymoma tumor, very dangerous at this stage. Anna immediately prepared a transfer form to a higher-level hospital. After finishing all the paperwork, she finally headed home, feeling deeply sad. She couldn't stop thinking about that little girl, just 5 years old, already fighting such a cruel illness, enduring pain even adults couldn't bear. Anna silently prayed, "I hope she's strong enough to make it through." The next day, as usual, Henry showed up again. This time, he brought a mountain of toys and snacks for Anna's daughter. Anna sighed and shook her head. She had told him to leave so many times. She didn't have the energy to do it anymore. Henry played with her daughter like it was his home. Anna sat on the sofa, quiet and distant, waiting. Actually, she was waiting for a call from the sick girl's mother. The woman had promised to contact Anna once they got the full results from the hospital, but so far, no news. Anna opened her laptop and checked the little girl's medical file again. Just then, Henry walked in with 2 glasses of water. Noticing how lost in thought she looked, he asked, "What's wrong? Is something serious going on?" Anna didn't answer. Henry walked over and glanced at the screen. He froze when he saw the large text, "John, age 5, choroid plexus tumor." His face went pale and his voice trembled. "John? A choroid plexus tumor? What is this, Anna?" Anna sighed, but still didn't respond immediately. Henry panicked and shouted, "Our daughter is really sick. Why this kind of serious illness? God, if there are long-term effects, she'll suffer her whole life. Oh God, no!" He began pacing back and forth, his mind in chaos. No, this can't be happening. We have to take her abroad for treatment. That's it. We'll go abroad. Everything has a solution, as long as we have money." Anna watched Henry silently, her face unreadable. She already knew he was misunderstanding. The medical file on the screen belonged to a different patient, someone who happened to share the same name as her daughter. Anna's daughter was perfectly healthy, but she didn't bother correcting him. She let him misunderstand, so he could, for once, feel real fear and worry. Henry kept spiraling. "When did this start? Did you get any tests done?" "Yes. Sent samples to a major hospital already," Anna replied flatly. "So what are you planning now? Let's take her abroad. Technology here can't compare to other countries." "Sure, but I need money, about 5 to 10 billion VND. Henry's eyes widened. "What? That much? How much were you thinking of contributing? I've raised her for 5 years. It's only fair you help out now." Henry stammered. I can only transfer 20 million. I'm really strapped right now." Anna laughed mockingly. "You're a famous actor, earning billions a month, and all you have is 20 million? Wow, that's pathetic." Henry fell silent. His face was tense like a stretched wire. Anna continued. "Didn't you say before that you wanted to take her in? Fine. I agree. I've already packed her things. Take her and take care of her treatment." Henry turned ghostly white. Sweat formed on his forehead. I'm really busy right now. I'm in the middle of filming. You said you loved her. Now's your chance to prove it. Just stop filming for a year, that's all. Henry grew visibly agitated. His eyes darted around the house like he was looking for an escape route. I'll come get her tomorrow, okay? I'm busy now. With that, he quickly turned and rushed to the door. Anna called out coldly, "Don't forget, her stuff is already packed. Just take her today." But Henry was already gone. He didn't even say goodbye to his daughter, like he usually did. An hour later, Anna tried calling Henry. The number was unreachable. The next morning, she called again, still unreachable. She tried calling his relatives. No one knew where he was. He had disappeared. In the days that followed, Henry vanished completely. It was as if he had never existed. His phone was unreachable, his social media accounts were deleted or deactivated, and no one in his family knew anything. Anna wasn't surprised. She understood. Henry was running away from responsibility once again. This time, not because of emotional baggage, but because he couldn't handle the idea of raising a sick child. Even though, in truth, her daughter was completely healthy. Anna sat quietly on the sofa, watching her daughter play with Thomas in the living room. Thomas was teaching her how to write letters. Patiently, gently, his eyes full of love. Anna couldn't help but smile. A few months later, after spending time getting to know each other and building their bond, Anna and Thomas decided to get married. The wedding wasn't flashy, wasn't publicized, and wasn't extravagant. Just a small, warm gathering with a few close friends and family. Anna didn't choose Thomas because he was perfect. She chose him because he was sincere. He accepted her past, loved her daughter like his own. He didn't try to prove anything. He simply did everything. Changing light bulbs, cooking dinner, picking up little John from school, offering comforting hugs after long days. Thomas moved in with Anna and her daughter. He said, "I don't have any family left. From now on, you and your daughter are my family." Hearing those words, Anna cried, not out of sadness, but because, for the first time in a long while, she felt like she wasn't alone anymore. One morning, as Anna was getting ready for work, Thomas called out to her, "Honey, come check this out. Your ex-husband is all over the news." "What now?" Anna asked while tying her shoes. "Henry's caught up in a scandal. Some rich lady's husband and son showed up at his filming location and exposed his affair. Social media is going crazy." Anna stood still. "He still hasn't changed." "Nope, he's a lost cause," Thomas sighed. Henry's acting career was over. No more casting offers, no more commercials. His life plummeted. A year later, the word spread. Henry was now working as a supermarket clerk. No one remembered him anymore. A fallen star. That evening, Anna sat on the bed, watching her daughter sleeping peacefully in Thomas's arms. She gently asked, "Honey, when do you think we should tell her the truth about her biological father?" Thomas was silent for a moment, then said, "When she's old enough to understand, we'll tell her then. But no matter what, I'll always be the father who's there for her." Anna nodded, tears welling up in her eyes. "Thank you for coming into our lives and loving us without asking for anything in return." Thomas held her hand tightly. "I should be the one thanking you. You and your daughter showed me what it means to have a family." Time passed. Their little family lived peacefully and happily. Thomas opened a new branch of his company, but always made time for his wife and child. Anna opened a second clinic. Her daughter grew up bright, kind, and full of love. As for Henry, no one spoke of him anymore. The fans turned away. Old acquaintances distanced themselves. Years later, he was still working quietly at the supermarket, keeping his head down, forgotten. Anna once thought that if Henry ever truly changed, became a decent man, and showed real remorse, she might consider letting her daughter meet him. But that would be a decision for the future. For now, she had a peaceful home, a gentle husband, and a wonderful daughter. True happiness doesn't come from returning to the past. It comes from walking forward, hand in hand with the one who stays in your present and chooses to walk with you into the future.